Greetings, everybody. What's up? Yeah, we're talking about Dragon Ball freaking Z, pretty much the whole franchise, actually. But it's easier to just call it Dragon Ball. Whole Dragon Ball series from Z to GT and Super, all that. Hell yeah! And I got Tim Stock here, who is also a huge Dragon Ball fan. We surprisingly got into that conversation on a stream with Angus or something one day. We're just like, I used a Dragon Ball reference, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he started using some Dragon Ball stuff. I'm like, "Dude, we got Dragon Ball sometime. Hell yeah!" So, boom. Henceforth, the stream right now. And of course, there's a bunch of other people I know that are into Dragon Ball in the community, which we'll try to bring on and get together at some point as well. But schedules are all flimpy everywhere, so of course there's some differences. But how's it going, Timothy?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, everyone streams on Friday, like literally everyone. So it's hard to get everyone together.
Yeah, well, I usually work on Fridays, so usually not even available to stream at all. So it's good to have this one. I had a little loophole where I had to go into work for a little bit yesterday, which I usually have off, and then was able to get today off. So why not make the most of it?
Oh, yeah.
What's up in the chat? Pepe Chewbacca? Or Chewbacca? Yeah, there we go. Hey, Rook, what's up? What's up? Are you a Dragon Ball fan? I would have no idea if you are, but let us know if you are. With that, we're talking Dragon Ball today. I have no idea if my audience in general are into Dragon Ball, honestly, because I think I might have only talked about it like twice. But I do use lots of references in my stuff, like especially in my skits. I would do Dragon Ball-y energy things and the whole Spirit Bomb gathering thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen that where everybody gives me energy? The video?
Your video? I don't think so.
Okay, well, I put a, like, so it was basically a 12-minute sequence, but I shortened it to, like, 2 minutes. A little speedy thing. I shall show you that. It's an old classic throwback, and a lot of people that know me will remember this puppy right here. These involved 80 YouTubers.
Oh.
Right here.
All right, everyone. We're going to do this again. Together. I need your energy, everyone. Let's do this. From the Fandom Menace, Fandom Collective, YouTubers, Jeremy's, people with good hearts.
Oh, back in the day.
Great. Yeah, I liked Snowdub's little mouth thing.
Little mouth blast. Yeah, at the time, it was funny when I made that Rookie's Quest trilogy. I was like, okay, I'm going to have all these people give me their energy. It's an easy clip to get a bunch of people in, a little montage of it, and it was like a 12-minute sequence in the thing, which was odd, but I gave myself time limits to get the things done, so I had like not much time to get the whole edit in, and so when I aired it live, there's like nothing coming out of anybody's hands. They're just like, here, take my energy, and there's nothing. So then I put together a version where there was stuff, but it was hard for me to track things because it was newer to me at the time was to have the special effects and everything. So I was like, oh shoot. So looks kind of awkward, but still, there's something first of its kind from me and all the YouTubers and everybody. It's like a little time capsule of old YouTubers as well. Some still sticking around, some are gone, but there we are. Dragon Ball though was the whole inspiration for that scene. Was the point of bringing that up there? The whole "give me your energy," Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's say, yeah, I saw you had Nick and Coach from Echo Base Network in there too.
Nick and Coach, Echo Base had Flipster. He was this Kung Fu Flip. Had Angus. Had Mary Mayhem, Jolly, of course. Like I had everybody back there. Those two bald guys, Josiah Rises. A lot of people were in that puppy. But anyway, Dragon Ball. How did you get into Dragon Ball, man?
I think the first episode I ever saw was just random. It was like on Toonami or something. And I think it was just like a cartoon. And I saw like Goku, like he was like a kid or something. And he was like all trapped in some type of fortress or whatever. And like he went like grade 8 form and started like shooting blasters everywhere. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. And then I was like, what? He's kind of like a vampire or like a werewolf monkey type thing or whatever. And then I think I was just like kind of fascinated. I've always liked martial arts type stuff. So I was like, sign me up. Beams, blasts and overly jacked men or men, creatures, whatever. So because I've always been into like bodybuilding type stuff like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I was like, oh man, sign me up. So I was just hooked from ever since then. So
hell yeah! Well, it's probably funny seeing it's like a little boy is the one that's doing half the fighting with all that, and that's always one of the tropes is like don't judge a book by its cover. You never know how strong somebody is with any of that.
Oh yeah,
and yeah, dude, don't you love how Goku and Bulma met? Like just describing the scene, it's like, oh yeah, I got my fish and. She's driving the car. Oh, I shoot him in the face, and it's just no pay. Lifts the car. It's just like, oh, that's great.
It was very raw. Like Dragon Ball was very raw. Like some of those jokes would probably not be like work or not appropriate. I guess like
no, they wouldn't be. No, one of the best ones, as you know, is when Bulma takes up. She like has her little capsule house. And they're going to go sleep. And Goku he's a 10-year-old kid, and he has not been around people very much, only his grandpa. He's never met a female before even. So he's no idea of the concept really. And he's just like, well, why don't we both sleep on the bed? Whatever. It's just whatever. And she's she's a teenage girl. She's like, oh no, you're sleeping on the floor. And he's like, okay. And he's like, oh, there's plenty of room up here. Lays his head on her crotch. And he's like, huh, that's weird. There's nothing there. And then he like smacks it a few times. And he takes them off. And then
yeah,
strange creature.
Yeah, it's like it one up the girl things having like cooties or whatever.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you could say there's cooties under her panties, but we all know there's Joker lips instead.
Yeah.
There we go. What's up, Riot Kitty? What's up? Yeah, I think she's a little bit of a Dragon Ball fan. I know in some way. I know she's anime, and I know she does know some Dragon Ball stuff. I don't know how hardcore she'd say she's a fan in that regard with that. But then again, that the whole fan base of Dragon Ball is extremely scattered. I'd say almost as much as Star Wars is scattered in a way.
Yeah.
With where people lie, what they think is canon, what isn't, all that. Arguments of which is better, subs and dubs and all those fields and camps and everything. It's a little crazy with some of that.
Oh yeah, especially with like people get triggered on GT because a lot of people there's a good population that don't like GT, but I like GT. I did like GT. So.
Yeah, GT is pretty good. I mean, I'd say they're right to say that a lot of it is bad. But there's a lot of great things that were in it still, honestly. And a lot of it they liked even in Super. Like they still like today. And they kind of borrow ideas from GT often in Super and try to implement it there as well. So, I mean, obviously there was some good stuff in there. Right? He says, yeah, that's what happens when you've never interacted with anyone except for one old man. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not entirely wrong. I like Dragon Ball. Haven't kept up with Super though. To me, it ended at GT. That was the end, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I feel like GT went in a logical-ish type of route, but then was also weird here and there. But then again, Dragon Ball is weird. So I mean,
that's true.
That does make sense in a way.
Yeah, it's like a different type of like population, but I feel like it's becoming more mainstream, especially because of the games and rappers are like rapping about Dragon Ball Z now, and so yeah,
They are.
Well, yeah, what was it Machine Gun Kelly and that one dude? He's like, "Suck my Dragon Balls, call me Goku" or something like that. Who was that? Machine Gun Kelly and someone else. They did like a remix type song, and then there's been other
little hints to Dragon Ball in some of their songs.
Yeah,
here and there. That makes sense. Awesome One series is I like all the series. No one else likes. Yeah, well, there's quite a bit for you then. With some of that. Speaking about GT real quick, yeah, what was your favorite part of GT? I suppose. I mean, I think Super Saiyan 4 kind of goes without saying for most people.
Yeah, I thought that was to me the transformation made sense because he's able to go Super Saiyan 4 when he becomes fully like realizing himself, like when he controls his mind. When he doesn't, he's just all crazy. Yeah. So to me, it was it was logical to me. It worked for me. I get the like people don't really like the eyeliner thing, but I don't really. It doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, I'd say it was the most creative transformation for once that they actually use. And, I wasn't a huge fan of him being turned into a kid, but I can see how that can be used as a good plot device. I just wish it didn't last for quite as long. But yeah. I do like how it was like, okay, finally he gets into something. Like his body's too small to do his normal transformation. Super Saiyan 3 is pretty much trash in all regards as far as being usability. And it's like, okay, and I liked how the whole gold, he doesn't just go Super Saiyan 4, he goes Giant Ape, but he goes Golden Ape. And that's literally just referenced once in the anime. I don't even know if that's referenced in the manga at all with like the actual Golden Ape form that like Vegeta says when he's talking. If you remember when he's on Namek, he's like, there's only one Super Saiyan that can only handle it in the ape form and blew himself up or something because he couldn't control the power. I feel like that was the callback to that specifically. And that's the only time it was mentioned in the story until then. And then, gets control of his mind and then is able to do it. And it's like, yeah, that was pretty good. And even then, he wasn't OP. He wasn't like, oh, he's Super Saiyan 4, now he's OP. It's like, no, you could still get your ass kicked here and there. Which was still nice to see here and there. Let's see. Pepe, or, Wookiee supremacy, basically, on one of his different accounts, I think, or changing it up here and there. So, yeah, to be honest, I really can't stand this show. But I like you, so I dropped a like, but couldn't give a fuck. Yeah, well, that's okay. Still appreciate you coming by, buddy. I don't do too much streaming, so I'm trying to get back into it a little bit here and there. And yeah, I gotcha.
Our ancient transmission went wrong, so.
Oh yeah, I wish I could have had a sound effect, the choo choo noise for as you pop. That'd be cool to have for like if you could put a sound effect for people coming in or out the streams to have a little sound effect. That'd be fun. Cool. Right, he says the Baby Saga. Yeah, that was a pretty clever one as well. Another callback to like using existing stuff to bring back into the future arcs was good. I would say. Yeah. It was better. Do you remember in Super how they did the Potafu little arc? The
with the rings, or wait,
with the purple people, the Gyu essentially.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, they're pretty much copying because it was baby Vegeta. It was like the Potafu Vegeta versus Goku. Essentially, they're riffing the baby Vegeta thing. It seemed, for the most part, which was odd. Baby Goku, pretty much. Right, Kitty. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3 was just give Goku a long mullet and delete eyebrows. Yeah, that's a perfect description, honestly.
Yeah,
it's pretty much been stated to be useless even in Super. They're like, oh, you can go this, but it drains all your energy really quick, so you gotta do it really quick. He says, so in that last trailer, Pan was training, right? Okay, so let's actually talk about that if you want to.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah, we have no structure right now. We're just kind of going around with it.
Yeah.
Here and
Flowing.
there. Flowing and glowing. All right. So I'll just, I'm not going to play the trailer. I'm just going to have little bits here and there. So, we get some kid right here who's, this is all part of the Red Ribbon Army again, which, how do you feel about that? Just alone. That it's the Red Ribbon Army's there.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like they, I realize they're trying to do like a callback to a lot of like the old stuff to like make this new stuff feel like Dragon Ball Z, like kind of like what Star Wars did with trying to bring back old stuff, like the older characters or whatever. And but I think they're just trying to give that feel of it. But and they're kind of rehashing of what happened in Dragon Ball Z or whatever with Cell in the Android saga. That's what I feel like. This whole thing is kind of a rehash, and maybe this is a way. Well, Cell already exists in this, so I'm trying to think, like, as far as like in like GT, they had Super 17 or whatever, but he's 17's good in this universe. But I guess I'm all right with it because like, how are they going to be a threat unless you like clone Goku or like get their genetics and make a master, like make a Cell type character or whatever, because they're like so god tier pretty much, Vegeta and Goku.
Well, I feel like it'd be more interesting if they were to make a threat from another universe or from just even an alien in their own universe, just something else that's not on Earth, to be honest, would be fine with me. I'm kind of tired of things being Earth-based specifically. It's just like, everything. I understand why Earth is everything because it's where we're from and all. It's easier to do, but in this universe, in Dragon Ball, there's like 12 universes and stuff you can play with to do things, and they've shown other ones, have shown other fighters from other ones, other science people from other ones. You could do things that could cause challenges with it. Yeah. And honestly, if the story doesn't have anything to do with Goku and them, I think that'd be ballsy for once. But I don't think they'll ever do a movie without Goku.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Like, I was just thinking about like Hit. Man, that would be cool to see like a spin-off series of him because he's like number one assassin pretty much. And then like in that scene where before he has the hit to hit Goku or whatever, he's in some different world or whatever. And it looked like very like Blade Runner 2049 or whatever. I was like, dude, this looks cool. But yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. So with this, it seems to be, there was no dialogue in this. So it's kind of, we're guessing based on what they show for the most part. It's some mustache twirling red ribbon villain here with some kid who I assume wants to be a superhero. They start showing weird images. Are those supposed to be screens?
I guess.
Like practicality of a flat, that's a awkward, I don't know, it's a display, I guess. Like if that's their television, that's a weird TV. But they know their names, Vegeta, and they got their stats over here. That's kind of funny with that. Yeah. And I love how they have this pink shirt for him right here. So is this from Z that they have this information, or what? I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess
that's literally he's even the pants. Yeah, that's when Trunks came for the first time back in our time. That's that image. That's kind of funny with that, and then Goku. They show there. So with them looking it up, they're showing Majin Buu. Do you think they're making? I see all these tubes here. Do you think they have like their hair strands or something, and they're going to make a thing again?
Yeah, they have to be. They're taking all the newer DNA. With Cell, he didn't partly because how Gohan could beat Cell is I think it's because he didn't have Gohan's DNA or whatever and didn't know his like fighting style, so it gave him a better chance. So with this, I think they're just like, it's more updated, stronger, and there's it looks like there's going to be two different people or whatever because the red and the blue, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that I don't think the ones that they show are created, but they did with the numbers. It's hard to tell, but it could be like the Ginyu Force, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like a team of some kind could be. But yeah. I don't know. I'd be kind of annoyed if that's what they try to do because it's like. You already did that, and they already did it again, like Red Ribbon stuff with the androids and Cell. Like that was them doing it one more time. Like
Yeah.
we don't need it. We don't need it again.
That's true.
It's just not necessary. Like that seems very uncreative, to be honest.
Yeah.
And again, with Super, there's all these other characters you could do something with, and threats that you can create.
Yeah, and the universe is massive or whatever, and plus they got the whole like multiple. How many universes are there? Like 10?
There's 12 apparently.
12
in their lore.
And then one of the universes was deleted, Universe 6 or
Well, no, at the end of the tournament thingy, everything goes back to normal. But that's
so
what they do.
Yeah,
That's what they like to do.
Yeah.
What's everybody in the chat think? Raiki's bringing up the CGI. Yeah, I think it looks awkward as well. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like a video game or whatever. I mean, I got Kakarot in the background, and I think the animation looks better than in Kakarot than this. This looks like the animation from like Budokai Tenkaichi 2 or 3. Like it looks like a game.
Yeah, I get really annoyed when they try to make this like weird 3D model shape of things when it's like 2D is fine. You don't need to do bulgy. I hate the bulgy looks. Like I miss the old 2D animations like from Disney as well. And then, with Dragon Ball, it makes sense for it to be the way it was. And then this, like, no, let's make it pudgy now. It's like, nah, you don't need that. Like in Dragon Ball, in the Broly movie, they did 2D and CGI, but like sparingly. It was in there for some stuff, for especially some of the fight scenes, but it wasn't like in your face. Whoa, look at it like this. So
yeah.
I don't know. It's a little.
I like the animation stuff they've been doing lately with Netflix. I was watching what was it? The Blood of Zeus, and then there was even the Castlevania type stuff was cool. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's probably just they think it like sometimes less is more, and obviously they're going a little bit overboard with it.
Yeah, agreed. Awesome One says introduce another Saiyan or a new alien. Yeah, I mean that would make sense. But do you know anything that's going on in the current manga right now, Tim?
I mean,
since the end of Super, anyway.
I guess. I think last time I talked about with someone, I think it might have been with you, but didn't they wrap up that one guy that uses like magic or whatever? Didn't they wrap up that series?
Yeah. So basically, in the manga, after the whole World Tournament thing, and I guess after Broly, I don't know if they did the Broly thing in the manga or if they count that or whatever. I think they do, but I don't know. They had this guy Moro, who's like some goat magic guy, wizard or something, and he is a huge threat. That's their main villain of that arc in the manga. And then they have right now where they're facing this guy called Granola, who's got like a lot of history with the Saiyans and gods or something. And it seems interesting, but I haven't looked into it myself too much. And as far as the anime goes, we had the Broly movie, and then now we have this coming out, and this is a huge time skip. This is 1 year. This takes place 1 year before the end of Z, like the tournament where he takes Oob away, and they go in the end. This is a year before that.
Oh, huh.
So it's like, what are they doing right now? I don't understand.
That is so. Broly doesn't. Broly doesn't exist in this yet, or the events.
No, it does.
Oh, okay.
Because the events of Broly take place right after the World Tournament. So when I say the end of Z, I mean how Dragon Ball Super's placement is after Buu, but not the end of Z. Because the end of Z shows Goku fighting Oob, Goten and Trunks are aged up, and that's what kicks into GT later. And like Pan's 5 or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so, and she's like, I think 3 or 4 in this one. And yeah, so it makes you think, if they're trying to set up for the end, do you think they're going to retcon things or put things neatly into place? Because I have no idea based on any of this.
I bet they retcon some things. So I think they've done that. They've retconned some things before.
Well, I don't know if they've retconned or if they just forgot about stuff. Like Trunks' hair for one, and it's like, oh, you kind of okay. And then like with the Saiyan tails, they just didn't want to draw them anymore in the manga, so they just got rid of them.
Huh. Yeah.
You've heard about that, right?
No, I didn't hear about that. Like,
well,
I need to start reading the manga.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't read any of this stuff. I've heard from people that have read all the stuff and done all the research and all that stuff. Other YouTubers that have done that. But, like even the concept of Super Saiyan was because Toriyama, when he was writing the stuff, wanted a way to show an increase of power, but also to use less ink. And if he did, because Goku's hair is dark, so if he could have it lighter, he wouldn't have to color his hair all the time. And that's how the look of Super Saiyan came to be. And with the tails, there's a lot of like tail related stuff in the early Z, but then it just after the Saiyan fight, that pretty much goes away entirely. Like there's no more ape stuff after the Saiyan fight on Earth and Vegeta and all that. That's the last time we see that. That's because he hated drawing tails with the clothes and stuff, and where they'd be, how they'd stand, how that factors into the battle, whatever. So he just stopped drawing them, and when like Trunks and Goten were born, he's like, they just don't have them. And it's like, oh well, that's a weird choice. You know, based on the rules, that's not how that works. But you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I don't want to spoil it, but they retconned Broly's origin. Well, I'd say Broly's origin wasn't even official. I don't remember. When they made the movies were weird. They're interesting, but I don't know.
that Broly?
Yeah, Kakarot, Kakarot,
Kakarot.
I don't know. Like that's one thing. So like with the Broly movie, even they did retcon things in the Broly movie. That's true. With Kakarot, they showed him in Dragon Ball Z that he was a baby, like an infant baby, when they sent him to Earth. But in the Dragon Ball Broly movie, they showed that he was like maybe 4 or something, or he seemed to be older. He was in Saiyan armor with it, which is like that's not what happened. And he didn't have a mom before, but then he made one later. So it's like okay.
Yeah, I like what they did with that though. It made him more of a character rather than just like he just hates Goku just because Goku was crying next to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the Dragon Ball Broly movie, I'd say he didn't really have a problem with either of them, but it was more at Vegeta because of his father and everything of what Vegeta's dad did to Broly's father. It was more directed there. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I like Frieza's whole thing of like, oh, I want to use a monkey to play with the other monkeys, and he just leaves afterward. And like his whole goal for trying to get the Dragon Balls was to grow a little bit, and Bulma's was to de-age slightly. They both have their little reasons. It's like, oh, that was a funny little reason to have a little spat there.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball-esque thing, very Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah,
with that. Awesome One says Majin Buu is made stupid almost like he doesn't know how powerful he is.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Like Majin Buu almost acts like a little kid. I guess.
Yeah, he's got the innocence, I guess. I forget what channel it is, but they kind of explain it in an interesting way. How it's like when he absorbed the Kais, he was this a chaos entity and then gained personality with them. And then that was all, and that kind of is also why you see Majin Buu and Vegeta when they're inside of him and they're gonna tug the fat one away. He was like, no, don't remove that. I won't be me anymore. Like he's like, I gained conscious. I gave a self, and I want to keep it. Rather than being the chaos machine of Kid Buu. Yeah. Essentially, so. Yeah, I kind of like that aspect with that. I think it's going for Lupin style. I have no idea. Oh, like werewolf style teacher? I don't know. I don't know where you're going with that one. Awesome One. Raikei says, I thought that the Broly movie stuff would work in this new series, so it's kind of a disappointment. I like that style. Yeah, I agree. I wish they had the Broly style and just kept that for the movies, because that was a huge improvement from the Resurrection F and Battle of Gods animations, I would say. with the Broly movie. That was a big step up from that, which was good. The Hercules' son. Is that supposed to be Hercules' son?
Satan's son.
Mr. Satan's son? I don't... Is that Mr. Satan? That's not Mr. Satan.
No, that can't be Mr. Satan. I don't know.
No, Mr. Satan's bigger, like bulkier, and he doesn't really wear a suit or nothing. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know. Something about these designs too just feel very hit-like and simple. Like, just kind of rehashing designs they've kind of used and just adding a slight thing here or there.
Yeah, like a cell/hit.
A cell/hit, exactly. It's like, not very creative on the design there. Thing 1 and thing 2. Yeah, and the Red Ribbon Army. I don't know. It's just kind of like, okay, so was the Red Ribbon Army still alive during the Gero stuff, or a recent resurrection again? Are they still an army? Like what? I don't know. It's kind of dumb to me, honestly. Jones says, "How would Pan be so old then?" I don't know exactly what you're referring to with that. If you're referring to like how she looks in the trailer here, I think she's supposed to be like 3 or 4 right here. And I think at the end of Z, the way they show her is that she's like 5. I think she's able to talk quite a bit, and she fights a little bit, so she has some strength. And I don't know.
Yeah.
As far as I could tell, that's her age here. So she was born when Beerus visits. Well, right, but there's only a couple of years that go by in between that time. Yeah, because the start of... so I guess to put it in better perspective, so the start of Super is supposed to be 4 years after Boo. It's supposed to be 4 years after the encounter with Boo, which is why it was also annoying how they kept Goten and Trunks and Marin as if they're like infant children still. And it was like, they would have aged, but they want to keep it that type of level for the younger audience, I suppose, which is kind of odd. But I don't know. But yeah, so when Beerus arrived, that was 4 years after that. And so between 4 and 6 is how old she's supposed to be at the very end of Z. And in this movie, it looks like she's between 3 and 5 is how that's supposed to work. So she won't be too old, essentially, by the end of that. Indeed, Shellback's in the house. What's up? He says, Goku is awesome. That is all.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people say that Goku is an awful father. What do you think?
I mean, I could see that perspective because I've heard that too, and but I don't know. In a way, he is, but he isn't, because he's like protecting like the galaxy and everyone else. So if he doesn't do that, like, everything would be screwed. If you take away Goku, they're screwed. But yeah.
Well, like I'd say a lot of people break it down to, well, he has a family, but he always spends his time either dead or training, is usually the joke. If you ever watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube, which I think you should, it is funny. But they always have the joke, like, that Piccolo is a far better father than Goku is, and I'd probably agree on that, but they always joke, like, you just got back from training after being dead, after getting back from training and fight or whatever. It's just like you're always doing that, and then you're dead and training, like sometimes both. You spend half your time training, the other half dead, is basically the joke with Goku. But it's like, yeah, but he does, when he does spend time with them, he does care, but he's very simple. Like, ever since Dragon Ball, the very beginning, he's very simple. He just wants a good fight. He's not educated very well as far as like, normal education, but just enough to get by. As far as with his friends, he, likes them to be kind of strong, but if not, it's whatever. And just they're there to, hey, I recognize you. We can hang out sometimes, but if it's 5 years since last time we saw each other, whatever, that's fine. Like, he doesn't. It's not out of hate or anything. He's just a simple man, I would say.
True.
Yep. Awesome one says, I never liked older anime movies or I never liked older anime movies as most are just taken straight from the series. I haven't watched too many old anime movies, so I don't know, unless he's just talking about the Dragon Ball Z ones, which are, I'd say they weren't taken straight from the series, just, they have to be done really quick, essentially. So any build up is just within an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, type of a thing. And Raikei says, well, Goku had to come from someone. I don't know what that's in reference to. Oh, Gine. Oh, because Gine. Right. Because of that. Slide Jones. Yeah, back in the early 90s, that's all we had, unless you had a satellite. Yep. I gotcha. A satellite, yep. That and VHS tapes. Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, I was born in the mid-90s, so I didn't have to deal with that necessarily. It was already around quite a bit.
I do got some old VH tapes or whatever. I think I picked these up at like not a GameStop, but a place like a GameStop. I was like, oh, dude,
you want to show a couple of the other ones you got? If you want, you got a couple little collection there.
Check this out.
A little bit. You said they're DVD ones right there.
No, these are the
VHS. Oh shit, VHS.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, they're vintage. They're like, oh, dude, I gotta have those because like they don't really exist anymore. And then the DVD, Broly.
That's tight.
Yeah. I got my games, of course. Kakarot.
Dude, there's so many Dragon Ball games.
Oh, dude, yeah. And they keep coming out with more games too. Like they got Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which I've played, and then let me see. I got my little Funko Pops.
Right.
Yeah, that's addiction in itself. Super
Funko
Saiyan
Pops.
Blue. Yeah. They create new forms like every
Yeah, that's one thing I think would be interesting as well, is if they did a whole thing where they don't have a new form of some kind. It's like, just honestly, I'd like to have, they really need to get used to, at least if they're going to have some of the side characters get shoved off to the side, to have them go out in a better way, to have their step down have more meaning than just, oh yeah, we kind of forgot about you. Or your power's so weak, we don't care. I wouldn't mind, having some focus on like Tien's little dojo, trying to teach actual normal humans some stuff. That'd be interesting. It's kind of weird. I don't like how sometimes they eat like Videl, for example. Like she was a full-on brawler, little fighter under a rich dad trying to do stuff. And then as soon as she's with Gohan, it's like, okay, I'm just going to be a housewife now. It's like, oof. Same with Chi-Chi, but that's kind of how they are. I don't think he knows how to write them, really, after that certain point. He's like, and then just shove them off to the side. Put them in the kitchen.
Pretty much.
Stick them in the kitchen.
Yeah,
where they belong.
Like, Tien is useless. Yamcha is useless. And then, who's the little guy? Chosu.
Chaozu. Yeah, he had little mind techniques, which that'd be interesting to see. Like if he were to amplify, or at least, if he could teach that technique to somebody else, like, some of his techniques, see that on a more amplified power scale level or something. That'd be kind of cool. Like obviously his physical strength wouldn't be able to take it, but yeah, you're right. He was like, he has a daughter of Adele and no other kids. True. Yep. Single daddy. All right, PKL Entertainment, what's up? Good seeing you around here. It says Dragon Ball Z still remains the greatest anime series ever. Sadly, the franchise has never reached the same heights with the following entries. Yeah, it's kind of a tough one to do. That was when Toriyama was in his prime. And after that, well, I feel like while he was doing that, there was a lot of challenges from his higher-ups that helped push him to make certain decisions that ended up benefiting quite a bit. And I don't know, as far as now, it's a very different field now, apparently. It's much more of a grind as far as like they want it out quicker and a team, and they take his notes on a napkin probably. Like, it's like, okay. It's hard to tell how much is actually there with that. I got to catch up with the chat a little bit. More people coming in. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming on in. Yeah, we're just doing a little chat here, kind of breaking down the trailer for the superhero here and there. Let's see. I heard someone made a joke, thing 1 and thing 2. Yeah. I did that. That's the first thing I thought when I saw their numbers 1 and 2. I'm like, thing 1, thing 2, or like a Power Ranger thing, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. They do like Super Sentai, so they could do another nod to that in some way. Jones says we really don't have mainstream dubbed DB content until Toonami. That's true. Did you have a favorite dub, Tim, or have you seen like one version of a dub? Or because there's a bunch of different translated ones for Dragon Ball.
Let me see. I don't know. Does that count? Does Dragon Ball Kai count?
Yeah, that does count as a version. Yeah, because that was a whole different recording thing and condensed the story as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Dragon Ball Kai. There are some cool effects that they did or whatever, but I do like the original better. But I think I've only seen like just one dub, and that's just I don't even know which one, but yeah.
But yeah, because they have a few different people voice Goku here and there. Sean Schemmel is probably the most popular one that most people are familiar with Goku, and yeah, as far as I know, like Kai is fine, but I hate how they treat it like the filler that they included in Z. They remove it quite a bit. It's like, oh, it's useless, and it's like, well, no, it kind of built on the world a little bit more. Sometimes you get good moments out of filler, but I do understand if it was like waste time filler that wastes time. I can understand wanting to cut some of that down a little bit. Can make sense. And in the 80s, it was a girl dressed in a tiger outfit that could fly. Anime. It played on Italian TV. I watched every episode, though I couldn't understand Italian. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I think. Have you ever heard of any of the other language dubs of Dragon Ball?
I don't think I have. Like,
there's some funny things. And one of the versions. Okay, no, it's not even not even the different language ones. There's so many different versions of English translated Dragon Ball stuff where they have like different levels of censorship. Did you ever see the ones that are like, I'm going to send you into another dimension instead of saying I'm going to kill you or something? Is like, I'm going to send you to the next dimension is what they would say. Or like they like kill they'd punch a hole through a Namekian and they'd be dead, but you'd hear as if they're still alive. Or like Dodoria shoots his mouth beam and kills Dende's little brother Cargo. It kills him, but he's like, oh, the other one got away, but not you. They'll just cut away from it and make it weird. Like in the Saiyan fight, freaking Nappa destroys some of the helicopters that are coming around, and Tien's like, no, they're okay. I see their parachutes. That tries to make it more kid friendly. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like you realize they're like they're blasting people like, and they're
but they want to make it more friendly for kids, and they change like Mr. Roshi's drink from beer to like apple juice or something. They like change the shade to a more different color and take out the foam or something like that.
That's great.
Yeah. That's one thing I wish that they had I wish they had more blood in the show, because especially in Super, because I know that blood doesn't always make it better, but I don't know, I don't always believe that they're that injured, because all they do is get punched in the gut and then have some spittle come up and go ah! And it's like, I mean, I can tell you're kind of in pain, but like I liked seeing the roughed up, like, oh man, like I'm barely here. You see Vegeta's arm bleeding to death, and Gohan's and everything, like in the Cell fight, and it's just like, man, that's showing that you're going as hard as you can, and you are damaged. You are definitely not doing very well.
I love how Vegeta's always holding his arm, and he's always like, oh, and kind of hunched over.
That's a meme. It's like he always holds his arm when he's injured, even if it's not his arm that's injured. It's like, my arm. Oh no, not the arm. Oh yeah, has addicted to perfection and laziness of some time at the same time. Yeah, I think he's talking about Toriyama. That is what happens. Let's see. So, who's this here? What's up, Frank the Bunny 666? I don't know if I've seen you around here before, but what's up? It says worst thing Goku does as a father is be beta and not be beta and let Chi Chi have free reign over everything. He does everything else fine. Well, yeah, I suppose, but I mean, I'd say that's fine because he barely stays at home. Like it is her house technically, but he also, oh well, yeah, I'm done fighting. Make me dinner, bitch. That's basically all she's for, is to fill his belly, essentially. Yeah. Then she says, "Okay, you can fill my belly twice. We'll have a few kids, and that's fine. Just something to do."
I know, right?
Yep, many did this.
I don't even see the stream. I was trying to find the stream. I don't even see it on my. That's not showing up or whatever. It's weird.
Your what? Oh, the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes YouTube's weird with notifications. Yeah, Piccolo's going to be in this puppy over here, so that should be fun. Hopefully he does something. Did you know he has a house in the movie?
Oh, no.
I forget where, but somebody showed a screenshot of that he has a house. And nice. Goku does fight Broly on Beerus's planet. It appears to be Beerus's planet. He is fighting Broly in the movie, so Broly will be in the movie. And they're hard to get a good screenshot. There's a better screenshot somebody has of like his arm coming out of the thing and a little tiny bit of Broly's face to tell that it says pretty much vintage Super Saiyan Rainbow. Oh yeah. I have my Goku next to my Shazam Funko. Nice. All right. Yeah, just have Bulma make a good guy Cell out of Super Saiyan God Blood. Yeah, makes sense. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? That would be something to see her, What if Bulma created something that endangered everybody? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be like Ultron.
I know, right? Pretty much. She's basically the Tony Stark of Dragon Ball, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you guys ever watch the channel Masako X, I recommend that you do. He voices Goku in the Dragon Ball Z Abridged YouTube series. That's pretty funny. And he also has his own channel, and he does a lot of what if type of things. And I feel like the way he does them is pretty in tune with the characters and how they develop and to the choices that they make. And one of them was, what if Bulma trained like Goku, but it's not in the aspect of, she's just going to be a full-on fighter like Tien or Yamcha or anything. No, she gains a little bit of an interest in it, but it's more of the she wants to use her intellect with it. So she tries to learn some of the martial arts, but it's not really for her. So she ends up trying to build like a mecha suit, essentially, and tries to make improvements on that and learn a few different ways how to fight and, to get her own power up slightly so that she can handle the suit better type of thing. And that turns out to be a pretty fun little series with the ideas with that. Pretty much like an Iron Man type of suit and everything with that. Let's see. Freak Bunny says, how Tien got shown the door, yet they kept Krillin around is beyond me. Well, no, I mean, I could see it because Krillin was around since the beginning, like the very beginning of Dragon Ball, and the way his character is, even though he's weaker than Tien technically, I don't know, I'd say he's got more heart. I would say, like, he's willing to, even though, what I like about him is that even though he knows he is weaker than so many of the enemies, like, he's weaker than Tambourine, like, in the Piccolo arc with everything, and Tien even, and, Goku's weaker than all of them, but he'll still try to do something, like when he's fighting Nappa and Vegeta and Frieza, Ginyu's, all of them, he is trying, and I think that is good to watch. Tien, and also he's comedic, and if you had Tien the whole time, he's very stern-faced, no jokes. I'm serious, and honestly, and that's actually an outside of the show answer as well, that Toriyama did not like writing scenes with Tien, unfortunately. he liked the character, but he's like in small doses, kind of a thing. Like, did not like having him around. And same with Future Trunks, actually. He likes Trunks and all, but he's the most serious character ever because of his history of losing his planet, essentially. And yeah, so he very does not prefer writing for Future Trunks.
Yeah.
But they done did him dirty, man. In the Goku Black arc. Fuck him
Yeah.
up. What do you
Yeah, I
think?
didn't. I guess I get why. Someone told me the reason why, and I think there was like a scene why his hair was different colored or whatever, is because it's not the same.
Hold on. I'm not referring about his hair color at all. I'm talking about they fucked him up, like his character up, his world. They just erased his whole world. And they're like, "Oh, we'll stick you in a clone world. Bye." Like,
Yeah, yeah, it's weird how the timeline works or whatever. Like, yeah, his whole world was pretty much destroyed. He dealt with like all the other androids, and then Goku Black comes, and then his world is all crap again. So yeah.
No, I mean, it's not just. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, having it go to crap and do all that is one thing, but then they like literally like erase it completely. Like, they have the Omni God creature like make it not exist anymore. It's like that, and then they just stick, and then what they do with the character is then stick him in his own copycat world. And it's like, you could have at least kept him around in the main cast or something, or even if he's taking a break, not even going to be in the, I don't know, like, just, I really wish they didn't do anything with him in Super if this is what they're going to do. It just, they could have capped it off in some way. Like, like again, his whole world being destroyed could have been used to strengthen his character, to be like, hey, you messed around with time, and you may have prevented it from being destroyed then, but you can't prevent its destruction. You just made it worse by traveling in time and stuff. Something.
Yeah, and he didn't get any type of punishment either. That's another thing.
Well, I mean, I think his punishment was he lost his whole world. I would say, like, the only person that exists from that world is Mai, which is also kind of weird with her age thing. But
yeah, that is weird. Yeah,
I'd say is a week for being the first like original arc in Dragon Ball Super that has stakes. It was not very good start, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was kind of all over. I kind of liked what they were doing with like the whole, Goku being evil or whatever. It's like a multiverse thing, but
see, even that's just like, it's not even Goku being evil though. It's another person that takes his body. It's not him being evil. It's like if I were to take over your body and it's like, ooh, you're evil Tim now. It's like, well, no, it's me controlling your body now. Not that. I don't know. See, with me, I prefer writing that's different than just the surface of it being that it's physically Goku, but it's not literally Goku. With it, I mean, that like, think about that concept. Like, what if they did some type of story where Goku goes through something or some chain events turn him in the evil direction? In Super, they actually almost were hinting at that with the whole world tournament. Like, oh, you're the bad guy in this. I mean, he's a simpleton. He just wanted to fight was his main thing. But they were like, you have been reckless and you endangered the universe and everything. But, he's not actually evil. But, like, what if he did have enjoyment in some of the, oh, yeah, you got killed? Oh, whatever. That was nice. Or something. Or if he started to enjoy killing. Like, what if he... I feel like, what would it take to tip him over into the more evil scale and have our actual Goku go evil?
Yeah, like a what if type thing. Like if Goku would never hit his head on that rock, or wait, did they retcon that in Super?
I don't know. I think they imply. I don't know if they retconned it, but they imply that Gine, his mom, was the only like really weak and sweet type of Saiyan, and that probably rubbed on the son as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they show her being she's like a cook or something. She's not like a brawler warrior. She's just a sane cook. So I don't know. Oh yeah, those three were the princesses that need saved. Oh, you're talking about Videl and Chi-Chi and them, I think. Yeah, pretty much. Bruce Falconer and Chris Sabat. Right. Oh yeah, there's a couple of them. And Sean Shenmue. Okay, yeah, there's a couple of these. A couple of different ones. A couple of different voice actors voiced Goku and them. The one from Toonami. Right. I forget. There's so many different versions of the voices. I don't freaking know anymore. Some of those. I've only gotten my information from watching YouTubers that study this stuff extremely, and then present it in a condensed way. That's like, okay, now I know.
Random.
What was that?
Oh, I said random. One of the voice actors from Dragon Ball Z, I think it's for Goku, is going to be at the Comic-Con tomorrow, in Indianapolis or whatever.
Oh, sweet. I wonder which one. I assume the current one, I would think.
I'll try to look it up real quick, but let me see here.
Jones says, I placed my vote for God of Destruction Broly. Oh, yeah, possibly. I'd also like to see Frieza actually try to do some plan to supplement the gods, because when he got brought back for the World Tournament, or for the Universal Tournament, basically, Tournament of Power, he seemed like he was discovering things that freak out the gods, like Ultra Instinct, for example, was like, oh, that's not good. And like what the Grand Priest can do compared to other powers. He's hearing these different levels that can happen, and that mortals can become gods of destruction, and that that Jiren was a mortal that beat a god of destruction. So it's like, okay, I can one day make it, so I'm above these fools. But that'd be cool to see him try to pursue that. Though again, he doesn't have to. I do kind of like where he is right now, where he's still a villain, but he's not like, in a way, if you look at him now compared to where he started, he has not turned good, but he's like almost in that anti-hero type of spot where he's like not quite as evil devilishly as he used to be, but still has the touch if he needs to, but he's not entirely.
They're definitely like, wait a sec, are they done with like actually making more episodes of Super? Or like, because like I feel like they would, what they set up with Frieza, that they'd bring him back or whatever, because how you're describing, he's figuring this stuff out, and then he was able to harness a little bit of that death ball or whatever. He like contained it or whatever. I thought that was pretty cool.
The God of Destruction power, of the Hokkai.
Yeah.
Of that, but then again, God of Destruction Topo uses it on him and fucked his shit up. So
that's true.
different levels from different powers there. But the one that he handled was the God of Destruction Sidra or something, and he was like one of the weakest gods of destruction, it seemed. On there. Let's see. Krillin is a fan fave, and he's still a hero as a cop and a dad. Yeah, exactly. He's like, if anybody's an OP dad, it's Krillin in the show.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, Krillin's kind of like that underdog you root for, like Rudy, like that movie Rudy.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rudy, but I know what you're talking about. It's like he's like honestly, if he was the protagonist, like it would be endearing as well. And he's always, like whenever he was doing stuff with Gohan and them, like he's trying to take the brunt first. He's trying to, even though he's scared, like that's what makes him more interesting too. He is freaked out often by this stuff, but he is, he will try to, get in the way and save everybody if he can, because he, that's what he's got to do. Either that or what, just shit your pants. Like, he's gotta try. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Jones says every video game has this Trunks time travel theme. It's confusing, convoluted, and I'll be glad when they find a new trope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, with the games, I'm surprised they don't get more creative. They always go with a very similar formula and maybe add a few new things a little bit, but oh man, I don't know. I'm kind of, nothing about new games has really enticed me. I mean, Fusions is probably closest to like a whoa, that's something new. But that's just
Huh.
my opinion. But I don't know what they do in Kakarot to. Yeah.
All right, you're talking about like fusion where they do, like actual fuse and create like Go tanks or something, right?
I mean, there's a game called Dragon Ball Fusions.
Oh,
More
I
like
haven't played it.
anybody can fuse, like Chi Chi and Bulma and stuff, just random things. I don't know, people 17 and
Nice.
18, stuff
I've
like
never
that.
heard of it. I've
Really?
played like all the games. Yeah.
Look it up right now, Dragon Ball Fusions. That is a thingy that I would think you would have heard about by now.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as Kakarot, they did go a little bit more. It is actually more so open world. Like Xenoverse 2 is kind of like an open world, but you have to run to like certain places on the map to like do different types of missions and stuff. And they do the whole trope. They do Trunks where he's working for the Time Patrol or whatever and trying to regulate history and all that. But Kakarot, I enjoyed for different reasons. Maybe the fighting's not as good as far as Xenoverse 2, but it's an open world and like different like items. Like you get them and they have purpose and they like enhance your character to make stuff. And then you have like this other screen you bring up and you get these like medallions or whatever. And each of the medallions has a different subset of skills that it goes to. And then, so there's a lot more to the game. And I think they did a really good job with that game or whatever.
Okay, I mean, how different would you say it compares to other Dragon Ball games? I guess because as far as I could tell from a lot of the games, it's pretty much playing through the arcs. Essentially.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. I mean, you are playing through the arcs, and then the latest DLC or whatever I've been playing it is the Trunks arc. So it does take you through like the yeah. So
honestly, I love Future Trunks and all, but I think they should just stop doing time travel stuff for a bit. Just give it a break. Put it on the shelf for a bit. You know.
Yeah.
Again, okay. That's another thing too. So with Dragon Ball Super being finished, and they have 12 universes to work through, why have they not made a video game where you can go to different universes?
That would be cool. I would play that. Like
that seems like a given. You can just, even if they had it simple where one fight in one universe, I don't know, like that, or one world in one universe, different universes as they go around, that'd be something different.
Yeah, I mean, like look at like what Marvel did with like the multiverse. They could kind of do something like that where someone messes up with time and then they all kind of have to work together or whatever, or just like show each other, like have spin-off episodes or a spin-off game, or maybe not spin-off games, but like have different scenarios. Like you play Hit and you have to like do a mission where you...
So that'd be a good premise actually. So you play as Hit or something, or maybe he asks for help here or there. I don't know. He's trying to track some foe, but it's really difficult. He's never had someone so elusive. It's causing damage and something. He's trying to fight, and then it hops over to another universe, and it's like, oh shit, it went over to Universe 3. Okay, we got to go over there. Boom. And then they're there for a little bit, trying to do stuff. Maybe it gets stronger, whatever foe they're fighting, and maybe has some minions here or there. I don't know. And then goes to, he's going to Universe 9. Okay, got to go over there. We get to see the Trio de Danger and fight them, the wolves, Wolf Gang.
Oh, nice.
They're the Trio of Danger in the dub, but I like the pronunciation in the regular version, the Trio de Danger. sounds more fun with that.
Yeah.
Funky Bunny, or Frank the Bunny, says Krillin was not my fan favorite. I honestly hated it every time he had screen time. 8-year-old me watched Pokemon for dumb fun and then Dragon Ball after for something more mature. Well, I wonder which version of Dragon Ball you watched, because there's a lot of very it depends on the version, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes. Imagine Goku. Yeah, that's an idea, but I guess he'd have to have something to be evil in the first place, like it worked on Vegeta because he had a lot of bad in his heart still, I guess, that was recently forming from things he's done. Goku, see, even if he did bad things, which I think Goku kind of has done some bad things, but just wasn't on purpose with a lot of the stuff. Like, sometimes letting people go at certain times, it's like, oh, well, okay. Like when he letting Vegeta go, it was good ultimately, but it also kind of led to Vegeta like eliminating an entire Namek village that does not get resurrected either. It's kind of like, okay, he's indirectly had some odd choices here or there, but I don't think he'd be able to be a Majin necessarily. Let's see. Awesome wants this Piccolo. Look at this closer. What was that? Piccolo fused with Piccolo. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, Namekian fusion. Yeah, that's a simpler concept with them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of liked how in the Tournament of Power they had the Universe 6 Namekians all fuse into those two to try to fight, and like to see how that scales up to our Namek and Gohan with that is like, okay, that's a nice way to kind of see, like, that's an example of like you can make the power scale go up without it being, some bio thing or a god.
Yeah.
It just depends on how well they can write it.
That's true. Yeah, I did appreciate that. I was like, okay, that looks cool. They're willing to sacrifice all that, for their world or whatever to become like, two Namekians,
two final warriors ready for the last stand, and they were the last stand of their universe. They're the last ones to be eliminated.
Yeah,
for Universe 6. Surprisingly. It'd be kind of fun too to see like other characters interact with each other, like Batamo and Majin Buu. Do you remember which one's Batamo?
No, I don't.
He was the yellow bear thing that his punches, like when you punch him, it like goes to another dimension.
Oh wait, he was in the Tournament of Power, right?
Yeah, he was in the Universe 6. He was the first contestant in Universe 6 in that arc, and he was in the Tournament of Power too. Yeah.
Nice.
He's the giant yellow bear thing. He's pretty much Winnie the Pooh because he had a red shirt and no pants.
Oh, dang.
He's basically Winnie the Pooh with that. Yeah, we are. I think that's pretty good for today. I know we both have a bunch more we could say about Dragon Ball, which we want to save for some more talk for the future as well. We're kind of all over the place here and there today, but yeah, we'll get some format for this at some point. I just thought today was good because it was a day I have off. I don't know what day we would do it. I wouldn't be able to do it on Fridays at this time after this because I work Fridays, but we can figure something out.
Yeah. What it like? A lot of people don't. It seems like Wednesdays and Tuesdays people don't really stream as much. But
and I say the people stream a lot Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, I think they stream quite a bit. There's the Dark Council, Queen's Council, Dave the Menace stuff. Then there's I think Nerdrotic and them go live for a bit. Midnight's Edge, Merry Mayhem. So there's a bunch of people. At least on my feed, I see quite a few people going live. I see like at least a list of like a dozen that go live on Wednesdays and Thursdays. But we could try for Wednesdays still at some point in the day, maybe if you're free. Then cause that's usually when I have a day off. That's more guaranteed.
Gotcha. Yeah. Just let me know. Dude, I kind of want to watch. Nerdrotic's supposed to be on Tim Pool's. I think they started around 8ish or whatever. So that'd be cool to. Yeah, Awesome One says. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, and there's a nice chill stream right here. And thank you, Sherry, for dropping by as well. We're just finishing up right here at the end, and we're just doing a little Dragon Ball stream. I'm trying to get because I'm trying to make videos for the Phantom Collective and for my channel, and then also a couple other people wanted me to make videos to put for them on their channel at some point, so or like to be a part of a little project. So working on those, and also working a little bit more at my job lately too, and some other things. So trying to balance the content around here and there. And you guys should subscribe to Tim over here. He's a major Dragon Ball fan. I'd say he's more than I am because you actually purchase the physical copies of the stuff. I've yet to do that.
Yeah.
one of these days, I hope to, but I don't know when. And I'd have to really look at what versions I'm buying because there's so many different versions to get, basically.
There is, dude. I got this costume. Like, I cosplay as Goku or whatever, but I got pictures on my Facebook. But anyways, like, I got the Dragon Ball Resurrection of F Goku outfit too. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, next thing you should do is just work on the Super Saiyan 4. grow a bunch of hair around your arms and torso, but not around the mid region.
Oh yeah, Manscaped, just like
get the shape, get the natural fur. You never know. But yeah, with that, anything coming up on your channel?
Yeah, I'm going to try to. I don't know. I'm going to try to vlog tomorrow, like live stream. I'm going to Comic-Con tomorrow, so I'm going to have like a bunch of small, I don't know, probably like 20-minute bits or whatever, because I don't want to stream the whole time. I want to like actually enjoy.
You want to enjoy yourself. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I'll probably stream like 20 minutes, or I don't know, we'll see, and then I'll probably stream from the hotel because I got like a couple of my buddies. We're all going to be hanging out, so it'll be a nice time. I'm mad though, we got to wear a mask because part of like the enjoyment of part of the enjoyment is like, you know, interacting with people, and you know, it's not as like inviting or whatever. And then like, I don't know, but I have a question though. Like, what do people use? Do people still use like StreamYard on when they do live vlogs?
I don't think so. I think on YouTube you should be able to do. Oh, actually, I don't know. I think with the short, I've never looked into the vlogs specifically, but I know that you can usually live stream, but then again, I don't know if they have a restriction for channels that have under 500 or 1,000 subs to be able to live stream. But you might be able to do but I think you should be able to do a vlog, I would think.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. You could try that tonight and see if that works for you. Otherwise, if anything, you could just record stuff and post later. But if you can't get a live thing to work, you could record little short bits just here and there on your phone and post them later. As a alternative.
Yeah, I might do a test later. I got like this cool little holder thing or whatever. Let me grab it real quick.
A little phone arm grabber thing.
Yeah, it's pretty handy or whatever. So, because
handy.
And I can fit it in my pocket when I'm done with it. So that's another thing. The bad thing, I'll have like a lightsaber in one hand, and I'll be like trying to fill myself.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I look forward to seeing that, buddy. Check him out. Check him out also on his TikTok. He does a lot of TikTok stuff over there. A lot of Star Wars, he's done Nightwing sometimes. Do you have any new TikTok or new cosplay stuff you're trying to do?
I've been window shopping like on eBay or whatever. Man, they got this really cool Batman costume, and it's actually like it's not ridiculous. And so I was thinking about doing Batman or Black Suit Superman. They got the cheaper costumes where they're like graphics, I think, or printed graphics or whatever on there. And they're like like, I don't know what you call that, but it's just like one piece or whatever, and it's like printed. And I was thinking about doing like the Superman. I think it's from like I think it's like from early 2000 comics or something like that. But anyways, when he has the black suit and he has the longer hair, and he has like it's like the silver crest. I was wanting to do that and trying to get like blue contacts because I wear contacts anyways. And I'm Monday I gotta go eye exam. I'm going to ask about it. So I'm thinking about it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I should do Batman or Superman?
I feel like you could rock a Superman. Honestly, I feel like Batman's a little overdone these days. Superman would be a nice little change of touch. And with the long hair, you could maybe try to go for like a Nicolas Cage Superman.
Yeah. But no, like in the comics though, like there's a rendition of him where he has long hair or whatever. It's kind of like slicked back or whatever. But I can't grow a beard. But there's also a version with them not with the beard. So
You can always get a fake mustache.
yeah, I think I actually have a fake. One of my videos I use a fake mustache. It was ridiculous. That thing is like super like itchy. I was like, oh, like
not fun. Not fun. When Dragon Ball Superhero comes out, you should have a cosplay for that or something. I don't know what you'd do it as, but hey, you can always paint yourself green, or you can go a classic Mr. Satan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Curly hair, some little purple gi or something. Oh yeah, my Megaton punch.
Yeah. That would be a little fun or whatever. I just get ridiculous with it.
I wonder if people would guess you're Mr. Satan, or if they'd go, what's your costume? If they'd even know. Because I don't know if he's like, I haven't seen anybody really cosplay as him before. I think about it.
Never, dude. Like I've been to Comic-Con like here, and then when I was out in Los Angeles, and they have like they break down the like close off all the road. It's in like the West. I forgot what it's called, but it's called West LA something Halloween event. And I saw a guy with the Monkey King outfit on, and I was wearing a Goku. This is when my hair was short and I was spiking. We both took pictures together, and then there was a bunch of like Asian kids or whatever. That there was like 10 of them or 10 people or whatever, and they helped me do the spirit bomb. I got a picture of it on my Instagram and Facebook, but we're all like this, and they're all around me, like helping me. Yeah,
that's tight.
Yeah,
that's tight. That's tight.
Oh,
but yeah, go check out Tim on his TikTok and on his channel. And yeah, I will have some stuff in the future, and we'll try to figure out when to stream and who else to bring on in the future for some Dragon Ball stuff. And hell, maybe when they actually drop information, we'll figure out doing little or shorter streams, just breaking down what they were. We shall see. And
do it.
See you guys later.